FIFA World Cup fan special, have you? Come on, my brother. How you doing, man?
Good to actually be with you again. You understand? The last time I was with you, I didn't feel so good. At the end, I felt good at the beginning, but the end wasn't so good. But I mean, here we are today.
You're talking like a man who owns a bank.
Definitely.
What's with this your mood this morning?
I have enough power bank, so bank is bank. I'm still in the banking sector. So.
It's all good. All right, for those of you out there, I know that this game is very crucial, especially to Africa at the moment, because Ghana is supposed to pull off a surprise like we all are expecting them to do after having gone down. I will commend this Ghanaian team for a bravery against Portugal, but I would see some, lack of, some lack of character in their team. You can imagine scoring 3-2 and you're going to celebrate like Cristiano Ronaldo when the game is not even done. I mean, you want to shout "Sue" to your supporters when you're still on the edge. You've not even gotten it yet. And of course, we saw that tricky third goal that should have been 3-3. And that was an opportunity.
Yeah.
You could tell these guys, they don't just know what they're doing. It's like they feel this tournament is like a pre-tournament to the World Cup.
No, I actually think that lack of experience came to play at that point, because at that point you had the ball.
Lack of experience after having defeated the Super Eagles to be here?
No, I mean in the World Cup. For the player, I'm talking about player, William, gets to that point.
Okay.
He has not been in the World Cup, doesn't know what it feels like. To have that experience. So getting the opportunity to have that ball, what would have fallen you down if not village people?
Wow.
That is a typical example of village people. No matter what you want to tell me, now village people are into the guy, because that goal would have done so much for both the country and Africa as a whole.
True.
And Ghana actually became the first country in Africa to actually score a goal in the first round of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
But those goals did not count.
Well, talking about goals didn't count. Right now, that record has been smashed.
I'm telling you.
Because Morocco did a fantastic one against Belgium.
Their own count.
Whatever record, they don't count it.
Yeah,
Ghana's goals didn't count at all. I saw a very good team against Portugal. They had bravery against Portugal. You would expect that a Cristiano Ronaldo's star-studded team would have overrun them, but they didn't see them as a threat.
Yeah, and I actually would want to applaud a player that was substituted by the coach. I don't know how that coach did that tactics. He got it wrong. Kudus shouldn't have been removed at all. The energy he was bringing to the game, the team play, the understanding of the presence of the other team members around him was actually great. But at some point, the coach just removed him and other players lost it. By removing him, they still got a goal. But maybe if he was there in that Williams position, he would have done better.
All right, well, we're going to be coming back to Ghana, but for those of you out there wondering what team are they going to be playing against today, let's quickly get you to understand that South Korea has developed and emerged as a major football powerhouse in Asia since 1980s. And of course, it's historically the most successful Asian football team, having participated in 10 consecutive and 11 overall FIFA World Cup tournaments, the most for any Asian country.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a team that has so much experience, so much resilience. They've got the players, and if there's anything about this Asian team that I like, is the character.
Yeah, talking about them, they came into the World Cup in 1954. Then they left for a while, then came back in the 80s, and since then they are among the top teams in the top countries in the world that have been going back to back every World Cup year.
Sure.
Joining the likes of Germany, joining the likes of Brazil to actually make sure they come for the World Cup. You understand? And in 2002 they actually made history. Getting to the semi-final, that was great, co-hosting, and not staying back since then.
True.
They believe they can do it. See, their opening match against Uruguay was actually a shocker for them. They were meant to win it. They came all out, they gave their all. But Uruguay is not a country you push aside.
True.
So I think Ghana should be careful. Because if Ghana should lose today, they will go home. If Korea should lose today, they will go home. So there's so much to play for here. It's not a child's play. While South Korea actually have more advantage.
They have more advantage. If South Korea loses the game today, they still have one more game.
Yeah. Do or die.
Do or die. Well, that's well. and you see, that's the point about last games. Last games is not always guaranteed.
You don't wait till.
That is why you don't wait till the last minute before you make that choice. And of course, Song Heung-min hopefully will be playing today.
Definitely.
And this is a man who was injured.
They were scared, you know.
Yes,
yeah, when he had that socket,
yeah.
this thing, and he had to come with a face mask, he said, for my country, I am not dropping. Like, this is important for me. And like you said, they are fighters. They are warriors. You know, they are not just called warriors in vain. When you see them on the pitch of play, they want to bring out their best. Their opponents will have to be wary about what they bring as strength, you know, and their experience in code. You know.
Absolutely.
So, and it's their star man. So, Son Heung-min, important, I mean.
Well, let's hope he plays, because I really don't have the forecast of the starting lineup right now. So it's quite difficult to say if he was going to play on, because the last game he played, there were concerns about his health, if he was actually totally fit to actually play the game. But I know that the medics in South Korea just might want to do, you know, the magic to bring him on. Well, for those of you out there wondering, Ghana versus Portugal, of course, the Black Stars have a good account of themselves, actually. And, of course, their courage and composing possession stood out, as so did their defensive organization and discipline. And this will be valuable versus Korea as well. And Ghana has never lost a second group match at the World Cup. All right. In 2006, Czech Republic 0, Ghana 2. In 2010, Ghana 1, Australia 1. In 2014, Germany 2, Ghana 2.
And also talking about Ghana playing South Korea, in recent times, they've actually played 4 times.
All right.
Yeah, and South Korea have only beaten Ghana once. Yeah, so, and there had never been 0-0 in their scorecard. Whenever these teams meet, there's going to be goals. So Ghana has turned up 3-1, 3-1, 4-0. Then South Korea have beaten Ghana 2-1. All friendlies. All friendly. So this is not a friendly match. At all. There's nothing friendly about this meeting. Result-oriented meeting.
Yes, absolutely.
So one person will actually have to say, Oga,
absolutely.
I collect for you.
And of course, the Ghanaian team, I think to a large extent, the country is actually very much behind them. We were having a discussion earlier on today when you said the president of the country did come to give them some morale.
The Ghanaian president.
Exactly. But I have a problem with that. You know, I have a problem with that. Why would a president leave his country to go and give support to his football stars in another country?
Okay, I think that is the
Who are you abandoning your country for?
No, he has done his homework.
See,
this
are there no calls?
No, apart from calls, you know, having the presence of your president in your camp actually says a lot about how he values your team.
Why do we have WhatsApp video call?
He would have been doing that, but I think his presence, you know what it feels like to be honored that the president of your country actually comes to your camp as a footballer.
This is why we waste African funds.
Which fund?
Waste African funds going on entourage, going for aimless journeys.
Do you know
you want to go and support
in the last World Cup, where France actually had to beat Croatia in the final, that the president of Croatia attended all the matches, encouraging the players to the final, where they finally lost. And do you know that in the last World Cup too, the France Prime Minister was available for all the France matches that led to the final, they won the cup. So you never can, you don't underplay.
Final,
Definitely.
This is just second round. They have not even crossed second round for you to show yourself there. Now, if they qualify for semi-final,
not let me even waste English. If they lose for how they want to even go reach final. So this is make or man match for them. He knows why. Why didn't you come during the first match? The guys sit down fast. Okay, let me see what my boys will do. They did well. They encouraged themselves. You know, they went all out, but they could not get the point needed. Now it just feels okay. If I go there to support them, maybe just tell them, okay, win this match. I'll give you 2 million CDs each.
Exactly.
You understand? You see, and that is a motivating factor.
You are talking like an entourage of a politician. The eyes you are gazing me with shows a man, you look like a corrupt politician.
No, but I'm trying to be realistic
that will eat up funds to go to Qatar.
Do you know how important motivation is? And somebody comes to tell you that, Mark, if you analyze this thing this way and this also start, I'm giving you that I know, see, you're smiling, I've never put about. So, who is not a corrupt politician?
Listen, no, this is my work, my brother, man. Yes, you are telling me there's a reward with what I'm doing right now. Hallelujah. But this is a football game.
That is their work.
This is the work. And you abandon your country to go and give your boys
Hallelujah.
in the second game of a World Cup.
Hallelujah.
I don't want to call him jobless, but fantastic. Kudos to the Ghanaian president.
Let's not forget.
If you're watching us, President, please,
yes,
I think you did a good job by going to give your boys more. But if they lose today, that journey will have been fruitless. But let's go back to the...
all right, let's not forget that the parents of Partey are actually at the World Cup to actually cheer their son to glory. I mean, these are motivations. Mark, you cannot take that away from football.
Absolutely.
You understand? So I believe it's going to be a great match.
Okay.
You understand? And I see Ghana getting something.
Talking about Partey, there's a report that he might be leaving Arsenal. for another club, because we hear that Arsenal are going for a player that is more prolific and proficient in that position to get him out. I wouldn't want to release names right now because I don't want to cause an uproar when doing a review of the match between Ghana and South Korea. So let's not even upset the Arsenal fans right now, because I know how it feels like. But whether we like it or yes, I think Thomas Partey has proven yet again that he's a player you can count on. But I will just hope these guys will be disciplined enough to know that today's game is very crucial. And of course, the team they want to play against, the South Korean team, they're very stubborn.
Yeah, and something we should actually be looking at would be the times they concede.
Yeah.
I don't know why African teams would actually concede. Okay, how do you explain that you will be a goal up and within 10 minutes you are like 3 goals down?
Yeah.
And you're taking away the joy. Okay, look at the last match they played against Portugal. After conceding the penalty, now they went ahead to score. Just after jubilating on pitch, and are you jubilating behind touchline? It is covered. There were 2 goals.
Let me give you the answer to that. That is the act of irresponsibility and total awkward indiscipline and outright insensitivity to the football in Africa.
I am not bemused by your grammatical.
You cannot be jubilating away when you have a bunch of minutes ahead to play for. That is the problem with African side. We over jubilate. I am still angry at that young man who went to jubilate Sue at 3-2. If I don't know what.
Rather than go and pick the ball and hurry back to get it.
I'm not trying to impress Ronaldo against your side.
And sometimes these African players spend more time practicing dance. In case they score 1 goal, they cultural dance for 4 days, train 1 day to jubilate 1 dance. No. That will not even bring out the result they need. You score 1 goal, 4-1. You are dancing, you are causing cultural troop.
It's so sad.
I think if they can actually be disciplined, the time they concede goal, fine. You see other teams, they will concede early, come back and win the match.
And just before we go, let's not forget that the Ghanaian coach was very angry at the press conference when he was interviewed after the Portugal versus Ghana game. Yeah. And this was one manager who spoke out against the corruption and probably the referee's indecision to go and check the VAR after that penalty was awarded to Cristiano Ronaldo. While some alluded that that particular confession he made in front of camera would cost him a lot for his country, this man went all out and said that he does not know why, when it was time to call for a VAR to that review, he totally refused. I think Africans are being disrespected in this tournament, and I think referees should be careful if they are competent enough to referee a game. This is Africa. When it has to do with Africa, we understand that the rules don't go our way, and it's quite very frustrating. Well, that penalty that Cristiano Ronaldo was so soft. And you call yourself one of the best footballers in the world. This is why the contention between Ronaldo and Messi is always a debate that can never end. Well, come on.
I think, come on. Well, people would say that referees are human beings like us, but they are professionals. It's your job. And you even have the help of other people. You have the VAR. Now, sometimes this VAR would call you. Come and look. Yeah. And people will say it's up to the ref to have his final say. And some refs are so stubborn, especially when they want to take their stand. See, except even God tell them, oh God, go look that VR. You know, tell them, we should do my mouth. Wow. So I believe it's going to be a great game today. Ghana would actually be coming all out. I will be expecting your predictions, as we go on. Just make sure you drop your predictions. We never can tell. There's so much to win. Yeah. And when you're dropping your predictions, don't forget to leave the last 4 digits of your phone number. That is very, very important. Winners are actually popping up. You never can tell. You might just be the next winner.
All right, now let's drop our predictions before we begin to run off from this set. What's up? Let me go with you first, because I went my own prediction. I went first. Yeah. I said 2-2 the other day. So let's see what you got from the country. Ghana, South Korea. What's your prediction?
Both teams to play.
No. Give an accurate score, my brother. This is not. I've told you are an entourage of a politician, and you're already showing it to the world.
All right. I say it being a draw.
A draw? Can we have a scoreline, please?
Like me, I draw something. Say 1-1.
1-1.
Yes.
All right. In as much as I'm going to be advocating for an African.
Oh God, talk. You don't.
Slightly, I'm looking at a 2-1 scoreline in favor of South Korea.
The last time you were on this same seat, we know what happened.
Yeah. I can't be on the same page with you. All right? You have picked a draw. I say that South Korea might actually South Korea might actually do it. It's a 2-1 scoreline in favor of South Korea.
Okay, we'll look
and
forward
this
to
just might be the exit of Ghana from the World Cup.
Yeah.
Might be. I'm not saying, but a draw can still be considerable.
All
on
right.
the other hand.
All right, thank you very much for.
All right, it's been a great time, and of course, this is the FIFA World Cup fan special. When we return for the preview, we will check out what's up. Stay tuned, peace.